Yeah, don't jinx us on Doom Island. We had what I think 2 out of 4 games last week, on Wednesday maybe it was. Although I do have to say, who was it? Was it Alpha? No, who was it? It wasn't Alpha because he's in Japan. Somebody came up there and guarded the island. Rojo. Somebody got up there and guarded the island, made sure nobody got doomed. So that was actually pretty cool. I forget who it was. Rojo, I would never say that about you. I think it's hilarious. Look, well, actually, I think I might have won my last. Not to brag, a little humble brag here. Well, I think I did win my last public game, which was maybe Friday. I don't think I've played since then. So it shows that I got a crown, even though I died first. It still shows like I've got a crown, which is so strange. But I guess it is what it is. Boy, I tell you, this is a weird place for me to land. Usually I try to land someplace tall and die that way, but... Fireplace does just well enough. Oh, I know. Optimus Primer loves Rebel's Roost. Oh, hey, Anonymous 257. I mean, you killed Trackerbot, which is cool. Trackerbot was going to die anyway. You're not going to get any points for this game if you're someone that wants to continue playing in the league because you're listing yourself as anonymous. You got to go in and change those settings. You got to go in and update that so it shows your epic name while you're playing. Nobody wants to die to an anonymous player. Nobody wants to kill an anonymous player. So like I said, you're not going to get any points for the game in general, but you wouldn't get any points for killing Trackerbot anyway. So it's helpful. I don't mind that you did, but you just don't get the 5 bonus points for the kill. Yeah, sorry, Nuke. I had switched over to kill Trackerbot. It always takes a second. I didn't see that it was still on small screen. I usually try and switch over before I go, but now we're there. Biggie screen. Oh, Santoki, out so early. Yeah, Rojo. If you're talking about the player that's like listed as anonymous, I don't know. I'll be able to tell when I go back and I look in the files. It'll show. In fact, if you were ever in a lobby and you get killed by somebody that's anonymous and you're like you think they're sus, two things. Number one, you can report them, right, and it will show their name automatically. Like if you get killed by them, it'll say eliminated by and whatever the player's name is. But even if not, you can go back into your replay file and just go like have the drone fly around the island until you find the person. Like if you remember what skin they're wearing, and it'll show their real name. In the replay file, it doesn't show anonymous. The anonymous is only while you're playing the game. It's designed for people to stop from being stream sniped. And I guess, like I said, for if you've got like a small kid that's playing, although it would seem a little bit weird, it's not going to be helpful in that regards. From a privacy standpoint, for like if you've got a kid playing, because you can still go back and find their name in the replay file. So I don't know. I don't know if it's really intended for that, but I guess if you're that busy or that that much of a busybody that you want to go back and find out who a particular person is, there really isn't any way you would know that it's like who's controlling this character right here. Is it a 9-year-old? Is it a 49-year-old? Like there's no way to know when you're playing the game. If you're in duos or squads and you can hear their voice, maybe that's a different story. But just playing solos, there's no way you would know. Anybody die to a henchman in the last game? There's definitely there was big chunks of that I did not see. Or was there a supply drop? Those two things are both in the bingo calls there. All right, Santoki, I trust you. If I hit dies to a boss or a henchman and all of a sudden you're the one that has the bingo, everyone's really gonna cry foul on that one. I would. I trust you. Plus, honestly, it is a little bit early for anybody to have gotten a bingo. I think we've only got 7 events closed, so unless you just had the luckiest car in the world, I can't imagine you're getting a bingo yet. You usually pull a bingo, usually during the 3rd game-ish. Oh, actually, yeah. You know what? I saw somebody died by falling in the kill feed, so got that one. Thanks, Rojo. Yeah, if somebody shot your balloons and you die from fall damage, yeah. What in the world? Yeah, Max, thank you for letting me know. I'll be able to. It'll make it a little bit easier for me to go back into the file if I just watch and see who killed you. I can literally like in the if you've ever on the I cannot speak right now apparently. When I put out the full league stats, if you go game by game, there's a hyperlink on the top of each game. It pulls up the entire stat list that TrackerBot generates, and you can go in and you can like literally click on like your name and see who you killed and who killed you. So I'll be able to go into that for this game. I'll be able to see specifically who it is. It makes it a little bit easier than me having to like go through the replay, like the game replay, and watch through the whole game again and figure it out. So thanks. It's good to know. Oh, get him. That's the anonymous player. Oh, that's a shame that you missed out on that. Oh, you hit him. You hit him hard too. It's a shame you didn't have any way to get after him right away there. Oh my goodness, we need to get this to pop. All right, here we go. Lots of action going on here. Oh, that's some long range shooting there. Yeah, I don't feel this season. I don't feel like the long range engagements are there like they used to be. You know, there's no sniper. The DMR used to be a pretty good long range weapon. You got your AR. I know some people really like the Monarch pistol with a scope, and will go with that as a long range weapon. But I just don't feel like the long range fights are in this season. I don't feel like they're what they used to be. Like you really got to get mid and close range to engage in a fight. To especially with some of the mobility that's out there, people are just gonna get hit and then they're just gonna dip. Like he's oof. See, like unless you can land one and take out those jet. Yeah. Oh, you got him a little bit. He's a little bit stung. Oh, the chase is on. Oh, no. See, that's what I said. Like, it's just tough. Like, everybody's just so, like, there's so much mobility. He's going to hop in a car and scoot. No, maybe not. Yeah. Oh, he's got it. he's trying to get in with the pickaxe going. He got it. Oh, Taylor ham, egg and cheese. Like you were doing everything, man, everything. If this was a pub game, I would be just bitching and moaning about this sweat chasing me down halfway across the map, not being able to get healed up. But it is what it is. I mean, we all watched that fight. That's legit a guy wanting to get his kill. So I don't think anybody can blame him for chasing that one down. Yeah, Roger. I don't know. It depends on your play style. Like I always liked the snipers. I was definitely not. Even though I've been playing for a long time, I'm definitely not the kind of person that wanted to get in and get into a close-up engagement. Definitely not when it was, back in the day when we only had builds to play. I would not want to get involved in that. Zero builds. I don't know if I necessarily, depending on what I've got in my loadout, I'm still not necessarily looking for a close-up fight. I'm definitely much, much happier. I would love to. I'm that guy that wants to be sitting in a bush somewhere, pre-sniper glare, with a heavy sniper looking to one-shot somebody. Some of my favorite memories of playing back in the early days are just tagging guys out of nowhere, which I'm sure is frustrating. We were the guy that's getting hit, but. I was definitely digging it when it was me doing the hitting. Seven is just working hard here to get these kills, man. I gotta tell you. All right, I'm gonna switch to somebody else, but man, you are grinding today, bud. Oh, here's our anonymous guy. Managed to get away from that early engagement. Got a good loadout, fully healed up. He's got some gold, so he's getting some mods on his weapons. Should modify his username is what he should mod. St. Bridget, you got kids in soccer. Because I love getting yelled at, I am a soccer referee, and I had a game yesterday. It was a U14 game, boys, and it was good teams. It was, probably some of the higher level guys that are in this area. The parents were so over the top. I was the AR, and the center was probably one of the best guys in the area where we live. So this was a good crew that we had, and the parents were absolutely off the hook. It ended up being a 3-3 game. The one team had 2 red cards, so they're playing 2 men down, and the parents were. I've literally, in all the years that I've been reffing, probably one of the top 3 worst sets of parents ever in terms of just the abuse. The 40 minutes, second half, was just 40 minutes of solid abuse of us as the officials, and the center just kind of wanted to let it go and just ignore them, and I got to kind of go off of his prerogative, but it was, in my mind, unacceptable from a parent group. Yeah, well, one of them was a dog, so keeper came out outside of his box and handled the ball, so that's an automatic red card. The kid was just trying to make the play. It wasn't anything dirty. It wasn't anything, it just happened. He just came out a little bit above the box to stop a really good scoring opportunity. So he got a red. And then the other one, a kid, there was just like maybe a little bit of a reckless challenge. He got a yellow for that. And then I think he chirped the ref at the end, the center, and ended up getting a second yellow for that. So it's his automatic red. I was surprised that his coach hadn't taken him out to keep him from getting the red, but it is what it is. Yeah, so they were 2 men down. So, like I said, it ended up being a 3-3 game though. So it was a good game, good soccer, but just the parents were just awful. Like to the point where I'd be like, if I got that team assigned again, I'd probably just say no thanks. Yeah, in St. Bridget, like U18, usually you get to the older guys, and like the parents have like been around the block a few times. Like they've seen games that are tight. They've seen, there's. Hey, listen, even good refs have bad games, and there are some bad refs out there. That's fair. There's definitely some refs that are looking to maybe just collect a check, and those guys aggravate the good referees. But yeah, usually by U16, U18, like they're usually pretty good. And half the time the U18, the parents don't even show. It's the guys drive themselves to the game, so super easy. St. Brit. I did a. Ooh. What's that? I thought that was Ghost. Man, I tell you what, you had your hands full there, Ghost, and you're gonna get yourself third partied for your troubles there. But nicely done, because our anonymous player definitely knew what he was doing. Anyway, St. Bridget, yeah, I did a U9 like 7v7 game that was 13-0 at the half, and it was 16-0 at the end of the game. I could not believe that the coach didn't like. There's only so much you can do with subbing out when it's that much of a mismatch, but just crazy. And if I told the coach of the losing team, like, he held it together, and like didn't I would have been, as a coach, I would have been so fired up that coach ran the score up like that. Just, I don't know, not acceptable in a U9 game. Yes, I am talking about football. Listen, most of the time, I'd say 90% of the time, uh, it's a positive experience. The kids play, the coaches coach, the parents, like, it was maybe particularly bad maybe 5 years ago, maybe pre-COVID, but I think everybody realizes the shortage of officials and like that the actions of the parents and the coaches and the way that they treat the officials uh, really has it hurts. Like every weekend, there's games that are unassigned, dozens of games in our area that are unassigned, and so kids are losing out on opportunities to play because the parents can't control their mouths, and the coaches are a lot better, but it's just unacceptable the way some people treat those games like it's a World Cup game. It's really really crazy. And I do have to say, as somebody that's ref for quite a long time, I also coach both hockey and I actually don't coach soccer, but I mean, every once in a while, I'll admit I've lost my cool and I've gotten tossed from the occasional game over the years, and well deserved to get tossed, but mostly it's mostly good experiences these days. I think people are starting to realize, that some of that behavior is not acceptable. Oh, jeez. Oh, man. Ghost, I thought that reload was going to hurt you there. All right, we've got Ghost. I've been going blabbering on and on about refereeing and soccer and stuff like that. Let's see what we got. We got Ghost. We got Optimus. JL Slaughter. Ooh, who's he fighting? Oh, old man Chungus. This is a tight little circle. This is some tough terrain to be fighting. This is a rough, like, final circle or near final circle. Oh, who just went out? JL Slaughter. Okay, Ghost gets another kill. Oh, and then everybody gets after Ghost. Oh, you... Jeez. Just triple team there. Double teamed. Optimus. Oh, it's tons of health left, too. Well done. Haven't seen Optimus on top of the leaderboard. You can see... Boy, I tell you what, you can see that notice. My headset is just popping in and out. I think I did not charge this recently. It's been aggravating me all night. It keeps coming in, going out. I love that emote, by the way. It's a great emote.